I got a question, and the question was how to market a book. And it really was an open ended question, per se, because, it's so many different ways that you can market your book. But I'm actually going to show you today the best ways to market your book online. And then I'll come back with another video and show you how to market your book when you're person to person, okay? When you're in someone's face. How do you market your book, okay? So online, I'm just going to get right on to it. For those of you that's new here, my name is Lynette Kincaid, the author and also writing coach. Okay, and let me just tell you guys, I have a passion for two things. One, I have a passion for writing, and two, I have a passion for literally helping someone have an aha moment when it comes to selling their books. This is the one thing that I run into all the time with clients. Clients feels like A lot of clients feel like while they're writing the book, the story is not good enough. And then once they get the book in their hand, they're excited for a little bit, and then that excitement goes away because they feel like, well, no one's buying my book, so the book must not be good enough, right? These are some of the things that happen in the self-publishing world. This is the reason why self-publishing, teaching people how to self-publish and teaching people how to write their story for self-publishing, and also selling their book for self-publishing, that is my jam, that is my passion, that is my ministry. I teach people how to do this day in and day out, okay? Because I absolutely am passionate about your story getting out there to the masses. Here's one of the mistakes, though, right? So before I get into how to get this thing going, I want you guys to see what you're doing with your book and stop it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Okay. So the first thing that I see is when you have your book and you have your book in hand, I see a lot of people just giving their book away, right? So first of all, you're marketing to your family and your friends. Then when you see that your family and friends is not your audience, and a lot of them, they'll buy it, but they're not reading it. And if they're not reading it, that means they're not sharing your story. They just basically get it, and it may be a cup holder placement mat or whatever. So the thing is, you want your story in the right hands, okay? It's not really just about selling your book to people that's just going to buy it just because they feel sorry for you. It's not just about giving the book away, because if you give me a book, it might ride in my car with me every day to work, right? So you want to make sure that your book is in the right hands, okay? That way, when they're reading their book and they're passionate about reading your book, then they're also going to continue to tell this story over and over and over again, right? And so when people are saying, well, what book should I be reading? What book should I add to my library? Your book is going to be the first one off of their tongue, because they actually have read your book. Okay, so the first thing, and I know when I say this, a lot of people get mad, right? I gotta tell you this: the first thing that you should do as a self-published author is, one, you need to create a newsletter. Now, when I say that, people are like, well, what's the point of creating a newsletter if I don't have an audience? You need a newsletter. You need a newsletter. Trust me, you need a newsletter. So you can make these newsletters and campaigns and things of that nature. You can do that with like MailChimp, or you can actually use something like CreateKit, but you need to start gathering your audience offline. What we fail to realize when it comes to these platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're saying may end for us in September. So the one thing that we have to realize is those platforms that we have is not our platforms. So what we need to do is we need to start gathering all those people that, you say good morning, they say good morning back to you. We need to start gathering those people onto our newsletter. Okay. That way we have access to directly market to them. So a lot of people will ask this question, and I'm going to tell you how to get people on that list. Every single thing that you post from today on until you gain your list and gain your following. Continue on with asking people to join your list. Hey, I'm giving out free tips about, writing your book, and I'm giving out free tips about marketing. I'm giving out free tips. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. And also, guys, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I love subscribers. I love subscribers. So the one thing that you're going to do when you post on Facebook, when you post on Instagram, you're going to literally ask people, hey, my new book is coming out. Could you please, join my newsletter in order for you to have first access to that information? Most people, they love to have first access. Most people like free tips as well. Okay. So it's easy to get them over there to your newsletter if you're offering something in exchange. Just keep that in mind. Okay. But start now. Start now. A lot of people are like, well, I have a newsletter, but it's only 5 people there, or it's only 10 people. Well, if 10 people buy a $25 book, is that not $250? Okay. All right. Okay. The second thing that I want to share with you guys is you've already started your newsletter. If you haven't, do it today. I like Create Kit. If I can be honest with you, they call it Kit now, but it used to be called Create Kit. So if you Google it, Google Create Kit and you'll find it. I absolutely love that because it already has the templates. Okay. And so this is the perfect way, especially if you have a book, but you don't have a website. A lot of people feel like they can't sell anything unless they have a website. That's a lie. Okay. I've worked with a lot of clients that did not have a website. Okay. So ConvertKit is your friend. Okay. It already has the templates. You basically just plug and play, change out their information, put in your information, and voila, magic, you're good to go. Okay. So that would be something that I would do. If you don't have a website with your name, you may want to invest in having your website. Even if you can't afford the website right now, y'all should at least be able to afford the domain. So for example, my name is Lynette Kincaid. Okay. So even if I can't make a website that says Lynette Kincaid, I should at least have, the money to do LynetteKincaid.com. Okay. Start gathering your domain right now. Okay. You can worry about the back end of creating the website later. Promise you will find someone. Now, can I tell y'all a secret on how you find the best website designer? Go to the websites that you absolutely love. And these are the people that have small businesses, right? But you love their website. You love everything about it. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of their website and click on the person that created their website and start getting quotes for that. Okay. Yeah, you heard it here first. All right. So that's the quickest way to learn who's going to create your website. If you're not a website designer, baby, don't even go there. Can I tell you that? Don't even go there. Find someone to do your website. That way you're able to not only market yourself, but people see you're serious when you share your website. My website, for those of you that's wondering, is writingcoachlk.com, writingcoachlk.com, and biggerthanbooks.com, biggerthanbooks.com. So the other thing is use the free access. So use all the free platforms. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok if you want to be on TikTok. But don't forget about LinkedIn. And y'all know why I say LinkedIn, right? Because that's where all of the business-minded people are. They're on LinkedIn. Okay, so don't forget to set up your page on LinkedIn as well. The other thing is a lot of people forget to do this. Create your story, finish your story. Even if your book is not out yet, baby, you still have a story. A lot of people get so consumed by the book that they forget about just marketing their self. Market your story. What is your story? What is your story? Stop having in your mindset that nobody wants to hear your story. Baby, everybody wants to hear your story, especially now. For whatever reason, after COVID, everybody is all ears. They're listening to your story. I promise you that. Okay. So the best way to market online is create your story in shorter things. Do y'all know, like, I've been in church all my life, and this is nothing against the churchgoers, okay? But one of the things that I would say is, do you know how, like, church is so long? And I'm not talking about the church itself, I'm talking about the sermon itself, right? The sermon normally goes between 30 to 45 minutes, depending on where you go. But here's the thing. A lot of people, especially with TikTok, they can make a whole lasagna pie within 30 seconds. So people mindset and their attention span is not that long anymore. It used to be, it's not anymore. So I say to that, create smaller videos, chop it up. If you have a long story, that's great. I'm proud of you. However, get a shorter story. That way people can gravitate and follow your storyline. Okay. So 30 seconds to 3 minutes and you're winning. And then you take that and distribute it all over to these free platforms. I want you to look at the free platforms as your real estate. Okay. If you think about real estate, okay, thinking about being in different neighborhoods, that's the only thing that you're doing online. Okay. The other thing is, a lot of people don't take this serious, but I'm going to share this with you. Take your email signature tag, your email signature tag. Also use that to market. So every time you're emailing someone, they're able to learn about your book. Okay. If you don't know how to do that, y'all, please reach out to me. I have a free template that I'm able to give you, and it's just plug and play. Okay. You don't even have to pay me for it. We don't even have to know each other. You ask me for the signature tag template, and I'll give it to you free of charge. You can also Google email signature tag template, and they have them out there free of charge. Okay. But don't miss that opportunity. Everybody's emailing every single day, at least 10 times a day. I hope y'all, if you're not. But everybody is emailing. And as you're emailing, please take a moment to make sure that you're using your email tag. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay. If you're not on YouTube, please get on YouTube. Please get on YouTube. Okay. And I'll run these down to you really, really quick. One, get a website, use all the free platforms. Don't forget LinkedIn, create a storyline, tell your story daily. Wake up, tell your story daily. Wake up, tell your story daily. I promise you, the more you tell your story, the more you will gain your audience. You will gain your audience if you tell your story every single day for 30 days, okay? You will gain your audience. People will love you. And don't keep thinking that people aren't watching. They're watching even if they're not saying anything. I've had people to watch me for a year and then say, you know what? I think I want to use your services. So don't think people are not watching you. Don't think your audience is not coming. Your audience is coming, baby. Your community is coming. The one reason I say that is because communities create stories. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Lynette Kincaid, the author and also writing coach. If you're wanting to connect with me, you're able to leave a comment below. Also, follow me on all the platforms. I'm not on TikTok, but you're able to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on my website in general under Writing Coach LK. Writing Coach LK, you're able to find me on all the platforms, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there and continue to tell your story. Your story will create your communities. Okay. If you want to do any type of online marketing, just tell your story, and the marketing and the people are going to come. I promise you that. All right. I love you guys. Have a good Sunday.